Welcome, YouTube family, to another Star Wars Battlefront live stream, and it's the weekend. I love the weekend, but that also means that we are playing with subscribers. If you guys want to play with us, if you're watching live, go to your friends list, go to communities, and look for the MassiveG community. And once you're there, you can go into the Now Playing tab, join our party, which we currently have live and working. In fact, there it is. Wait, no, that's not it. Where is it? It's somewhere in here. Actually, no, it probably doesn't show me my own party. Regardless, we've got a Star Wars Battlefront party going, and we're playing with subscribers. And this is going to be a slightly different live stream than the ones that we usually do. It's one of those annual DLC hype streams that we like to do. And we're going to be talking about all the recent news that's been going on the last couple weeks, the last month, really, with Star Wars. We have so much Star Wars news, it's coming out of our ears, and thanks to Gamescom, we also have some brand new Star Wars news on the Death Star DLC. I called it. I was right about the game mode that we were getting. The brand new DLC game mode that we're getting is called Battle Station, and it's a unique game mode because it's got you battling across 3 different phases, each with a different objective. Basically, in Phase 1, you're flying X-Wings and A-Wings against TIE Fighters and TIE Interceptors in space. That's right, we're finally getting space battles, and the main objective in the first phase is just for the Rebels to destroy enough TIE Fighters until their Y-Wing support can come in and weaken the Death Star's defenses. Once vulnerable, Rebel starfighters can attack the weak spots in an effort to bring the Star Destroyer down, and then eventually the Death Star down once they're in Phase 2. Because in Phase 2, you're inside of the Death Star. So you go from space to the interior of the Death Star back to space in Phase 3. Anyway, Phase 2, Rebel infantry will be tasked with extracting a priority droid from within the Death Star. Amidst the chaos of battle, you'll be able to gain an advantage by taking up arms as the new hero Bosk or Chewbacca, depending on what side you're fighting with. And finally, in the culmination of the new mode, players head back into space in Phase 3, where the Rebels need to end the battle once and for all by blowing up the Death Star. Players can become the hero of the rebellion, Luke Skywalker, and his Red 5 X-Wing, as they attempt to destroy the Empire's ultimate weapon. But you can also take control of Darth Vader's TIE Advanced if you're fighting as the Empire. And of course, Phase 3 is the trench run. That is what Phase 3 is. Phase 1 is the initial blitzkrieg toward the Death Star, with a bunch of Star Destroyers trying to get in your way and trying to take you down before you can get to your objective. Phase 2 is internal infiltration, sabotage. There's somebody behind me. I do not know where they are, but I see them on my radar, and it's Lando Calrissian! Anyway, yeah. It's going to be pretty sweet, it's going to be super epic, and I'm really excited for this brand new DLC. By the way, let me know how the volume is for you guys. I tested it before I started the game, but I just want to make sure that the microphone is just loud enough. We're taking up arms in Bespin, trying to disarm all 3 Tibonic gas generators. Luckily, there's just... yeah, we still have a defender. Beautiful, beautiful, we still have a defender. I don't know how well this is going to go. Unfortunately, we got a lot of rebellion forces inside of this facility, but it's still something to defend, so I'm gonna keep my hope and my wits about me. Alright, let's move up. Don't want to move up too far or too fast. Hostile almost taken out. Oh, that was a close one. I forgot to purchase some more charges. Unfortunately, I'm completely out of charges, which means I cannot utilize my stim pack. My stim pack is a gunner. Really wish I could. Maybe I should start bringing a backup bomb with me. Unfortunately, we've also got 9 nub. I'm gonna see if I can circumvent their defenses and just go around his turret. This is risky. Oh, this is risky. Yep, they're behind us. That's not looking good. Objective A is currently under attack. I don't believe we're gonna be able to disarm that generator in time. Luckily, we have a whole slew of forces up there attacking that generator 24/7. Let's see if I can get an impact grenade. Well, it's not what we wanted. Didn't want an impact grenade either. What I wanted was a thermal detonator. That would have been absolutely perfect. And I did not even realize that that was a Rodian next to me. I thought there was one Rodian, and that Rodian was ahead of me being shot at by yours truly. Unfortunately, that was not the case. I was dead wrong. Dead wrong. Luckily, we have some backup. We have a helmetless stormtrooper, which I don't have a lot of faith in. Some shock troopers. And another helmetless stormtrooper. We're doomed. We are absolutely doomed. It's just a good thing that Phasma's in here.
Heading towards the transports. Deal with them.
Well, this is not looking good. Oh, crap. Damn. The minute you look away. Well, looks like we no longer have to worry about the Tabana gas generator. They were able to destroy the final generator. Now we just have to capture the extraction point and keep it under our control. If the rebellion is able to capture that extraction point, they're going to zero in on a location, and we won't be able to stop them with anti-air defenses. Oh, great. We do have an anti-infantry turret locking onto our position. I'm going to see if I can just skirt that. Other hostiles out. It's a little too dangerous for us to move up just yet. Instead, I'm going to stay where I am and see if we can take this turret out. Thought I saw Lando. Luckily, that wasn't Lando. What is Massive Family on the PS4? Massive Family on the PS4 is the community called MassiveG. There should be no space. And we've got about 7,000 people inside of that community, I believe. Maybe a little more than that, actually. Crap, we gotta push forward. I'm gonna see if I can push forward around the right side of this building. We do have a lot of rebellion forces getting really close. Hey. Damn, I wish I had a jetpack. Unfortunately, I do not. Damn. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. A scout trooper was just killed in this location. Damn it. We weren't able to recover our health. I'm gonna see if I have a different card loadout with something that's more useful. Well, we do have a back-to-bomb, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that.
The Alliance are trying to get to that extraction point.
Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. They're tossing nades. Being able to... What? Damn nice pulse cannon shot. Being able to heal up is... It's key. It's key. If you can't heal up, you're gonna have a bad time. Didn't even realize that I spawned. That was fast. Alright, I'm gonna follow our hero. And I say hero hesitantly. This is more of a bounty hunter than a hero. And, hell, I don't even know if he's that good of a bounty hunter. Dengar's decent. He's a decent bounty hunter. In terms of the lore. Obviously, in the game, he's fantastic. He's got great weapons, great abilities. Alright, let's use that back to bomb. Nice, not too bad. I saw Luke Skywalker back here. Don't know where he is now. Thought that was him for a brief second. Saw somebody flipping around. Alright, if we're gonna take this extraction point, we're gonna need to get clever about this. We have 2 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. If we could somehow get around their defenses... Great, not nub. If we could somehow get around their defenses, that would be our only shot. Enemy down. Let's do this. Viper probe droid is out. Whoa, 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 we got a Twilly. Damn! She took us down as fast as we took her down. And she was using an A280C. We have the DLT 9-Sing, which means we should have the edge in terms of firepower. But for whatever reason, we didn't. Alright, it actually looks pretty clear up there. We have less than 2 minutes. We have a minute and a half, but that doesn't mean that we don't have a shot. Okay. We don't have a jetpack.
Turn around.
That's gonna be bad. But,
You're letting the Empire down.
Get back inside. Oh, come on. Oh, that was a close one. Anyway, let's see if we can storm this objective. Damn. I was hoping he'd show himself. He's being smart. Stand behind cover. Another hostile's down. Unfortunately, we got some behind us as well. We can't really worry about those guys, though.
The Alliance troops are close to their extraction point.
Damn. Guardian was almost taken out. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. We have less than 1 minute remaining, and this is definitely going to be a match loss. I'm surprised that this isn't Walker Assault, actually. Usually, it's Walker Assault instead of Turning... Actually, this isn't Turning Point. This is a brand new game mode, Extraction. Never mind. I'm getting my game modes mixed up. Hello there. Oh, nice tuck and roll. Would you look at that? Another... Oh my god, that was a lucky shot. Do you see how far away that Han Solo is? My goodness. He's halfway across the map. Alright, we have less than 15 seconds to capture the extraction point, and it's not gonna happen. Yeah, there's not a snowball's chance in hell for the Empire to win this match. They're just dogging us, man. 8280C's all over the place. In fact, I may switch. It's a little too late for that, but why not?
Intercept those rebels immediately.
And that's a defeat for the Empire for our first match. That's okay, I'm not too worried about it. That was a warm-up match. Definitely not our best game, however. That's weird, I've never seen that Chun-Li avatar before. Well, welcome YouTube family. We're doing another Star Wars Battlefront live stream. It's been a long time since we've streamed Star Wars Battlefront. It's been weeks since I've played it. But it is time that we return. We're going to have regular Star Wars Battlefront live streams until the release of the Death Star DLC. Now, we haven't had regular live streams of Star Wars Battlefront for weeks now. I can't even remember the last one. In fact, I think the last one was last month. Let me check. The last Star Wars Battlefront live stream we had was... Let's see here. Blast. I don't know about Blast. You know, we'll stick with this. It was all the way back July 31st. That was the last Star Wars Battlefront live stream we had, and that was the last time I played Star Wars Battlefront, aside from the PC version. Alright, let's get ready. The next game starts now. Welcome YouTube family, a match of Blast has just begun, and welcome back to Bespin. We're currently in the heart of Cloud City, trying to defeat as many Imperials as we can. And fittingly, we're actually playing as the Cloud City Guard, the Bespin Guard. I'm seeing some blaster fire, but no Imperials. There we go, nice. First takedown of the match. Whoa, crap. You gotta watch your back. There's a few more Imperials out here than I initially thought. Alright, let's spawn back at HQ. We don't want to spawn too close to the action. That'd be a little dangerous. Hello there, Mr. Stormtrooper. Oh crap, they see me. Let's go ahead and utilize that back-to-bomb. We're using back-to-bombs and they're using frags. Got a few more shots, but that is not enough. Unfortunately, we were just taken down by a DH-17 wielding Stormtrooper. Regardless, welcome YouTube family to a brand new live stream of Star Wars Battlefront. It's been a few weeks since we've streamed Star Wars Battlefront. It's been a few weeks since I've played it, but we've got a few weeks worth of news, a few weeks worth of information. Not only have we had Gamescom, but we've also had the Olympics, and the Olympics have brought us our first trailer for Rogue One. We've had teaser trailers in the past. We haven't had real trailers. The teaser trailers have been good. They have been damn good, I must say. But this newest Olympic trailer, it's been something else. I've enjoyed it immensely. I've actually made a trailer breakdown. If you guys haven't checked that out, I highly recommend that you do so. But it doesn't end there. We now know about the brand new game mode coming to the Death Star DLC. And of course, that game mode, as I called months ago, as I called since it was first announced, is a multi-tiered, multi-stage... Oh, Jesus Christ! It's a multi-tiered, multi-stage game mode, and oh my god, I'm gonna die. I am gonna die. Where the heck did they go? We had like 4 of them. We had 4 stormtroopers and they just disappeared. You know what? I'm not gonna question if that was weird. That was wild, but I'm alive, and you know what? I'm damn thankful for that. Regardless, yeah, we now have details in the new game mode, and I called it! It's a multi-tier, multi-stage game mode. You've got 3 phases. No proximity bombs in the first phase, thank God. The first phase is a dogfight in space. You've got A-Wings, you've got X-Wings going against TIE Fighters, going against TIE Interceptors. All the while, you're trying to take down these Star Destroyers that are around the perimeter of the Death Star. And if you're able to take them down, that'll weaken their defenses enough for your Y-Wings to move in for a bombing run. The bombing run is what's going to allow your foot soldiers to actually get a foothold within the interior of the Death Star. Once you're inside the Death Star, you're going to do your best to prepare your Rebel soldiers and Rebel flight patterns for Phase 3. Phase 3 of this brand new game mode is actually going to be the Trench Run. Yes, we are getting the Trench Run. It is going to be glorious, and it's what I'm most excited for in the Death Star DLC. Because once Phase 2 is complete with your rescue of a very important astromech droid, which is R2-D2, Phase 3 is going to allow you to take Luke Skywalker's Red 5 X-Wing through the trench run to destroy the Death Star. Of course, the Empire is going to have their own hero. They're going to have Darth Vader inside of his TIE Advanced. Oh my god, I did not think that that thermal detonator was going to take me down. Gotta pay attention to the audio. Audio is huge. Luckily, we're about to win this match. I don't even know where the time's gone. We have 6 minutes remaining. We've almost got ourselves a victory with 95 kills. I should really start paying more attention. Regardless, that is the brand new game over the Death Star DLC. I'm really excited to see the Death Star explode in Frostbite engine. That's going to be cool. As you can see, my capture card is still having some issues. I don't know if you guys saw that glitch. I need to get a new capture card, man. Oh, I don't know what's going wrong with my capture card. I don't know exactly why it's glitching out. It might be my PlayStation, but I've noticed that my input lag is steadily increasing. I'm playing off of a capture card preview window, by the way. I am not playing on a television. This is a capture card preview window, so keep that in mind whenever we're playing console games. But I've noticed more visual artifacting with my capture card. I've noticed more input lag, and it's dying. Either it's dying or my PlayStation is. I was unfortunate enough to buy a launch PlayStation 4, and it served me fairly well, all considered. But since it is a launch PS4, it's junk, and it is dying. That is a fact. I will need to purchase a new PlayStation 4 at some point in the near future. But I can't tell if it's mostly my capture card that's dying or if it's mostly my PlayStation that's dying. I know the HDMI port in my PS4 is going. I know that much. I know that the whatever receiver that it uses for my controller is also dying. I don't know if it's an IR receiver or an RF receiver, or if it even uses those types of receivers, but it's not working well. Regardless, we're joining a brand new match of the Bespin game mode, and we're also playing with massive family members. So if you guys want to play with us, if you want to hang out, shoot the breeze with some Star Wars news, play some Battlefront, go ahead and head to your friends list. Go to your communities, and then go to the MassiveG communities with 9.2 thousand fam members, and that's where you're going to go to the leftmost tab and find my party. If you're able to join our party, you'll be able to play with us on PlayStation 4 in Star Wars Battlefront. And look at that! Yes! Tusken Raiders salute! Beautiful. He knows the language of my people. I love it. Unfortunately, I'm not a shock trooper. I'm just a lowly old scout trooper. But we got some YouTube massive family members that are dressed in the proper shock trooper attire, looking real snazzy. And we actually have a back-to-bomb right now to utilize if we need to. And we're going to need to utilize that ASAP. In fact, oh my god, nice thermal detonator toss. We did get an assist. And we remembered to actually replenish our adrenaline stim card in our hand. So I'm going to respawn with this card. This is possibly my favorite charge card. And it is extremely effective. I'm going to turn up my game volume a little bit. There we go. Let me know if it's too loud for you guys, the game volume. With my setup, my microphone is right next to my speakers. So I'm always a little nervous you guys are going to be able to hear it a little too well. But I gotta be able to hear it myself. Thank you for that back-to-bomb. Got a lot of hostiles coming after our position.
Now, keep the rebels away.
So far, so good. But yeah, we're not done with Star Wars news. We have just scratched the surface of the news that we've got. We've gotten so much news over the past couple weeks, and it's not all related to Rogue One. Some of the news is actually really sad. Kenny Baker. The man who brought R2-D2 to life. Without him, it just would have been some sort of a prop, but he made it one of the most beloved characters of all of cinema, actually. And that's really impressive. Anyway, unfortunately, he passed. He was a consultant on the Force Awakens set. Sadly, he was deteriorating even at the time of Force Awakens, so he wasn't able to do all of R2-D2's role. But he was able to mentor those that did, and those who took the reign. I thought he was dead! I couldn't even see him through that corner. Oh, what a patient Rodian. Usually they're not that patient. Regardless, he was able to mentor the new R2-D2 and the new handlers, the new prop masters for the current R2-D2 droid in The Force Awakens in Episode 8. But it's still a damn shame, and it scares me, because nobody gets younger. With each passing day, we all get older, the entire world gets older, and damn it, I don't know if I could handle Peter Mayhew, or C-3PO, or Han Solo, or Leia, or Luke, or any of them. I couldn't handle any of that. 2016 has been a horrible year as far as the Grim Reaper is concerned. It's been an awful year. And every single day, well, not every single day, thank God, but almost every single day, I'm thinking to myself, alright, what's 2016 going to take from us today? They take. I mean, who knows what the year has given us? Who knows how many people born in 2016 are going to go on to be awesome people, but still. It's taken just a little too much. Thermal plotter out. No dice. Damn, I don't think it went through the doorway. I was hoping that it would, but it didn't. Rodian down. I'm going to go around the other side. Whoa, 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 whoa! I was not expecting that. That came completely out of left field. That is not cool, man. Oh, something I want to talk about, a cool little fact. It's not news, but it's a cool little fact. A lot of you guys probably already know it. But George Lucas read the script for Spaceballs. He read the script before the movie was even made, and he loved it. He loved it so much that he actually approved their use of the Millennium Falcon and ILM to work on the film. That's right. Industrial Light and Magic, one of the most revolutionary effects companies in film, in cinema. The people that brought Star Wars to life actually worked on Spaceballs, which is one of the best comedy movies, in my opinion. So that's really cool. It's really fantastic. I'm hoping... Oh, crap! Oh, crap! Damn you! Damn you and your SE-14C pistol! I remember when that thing, along with... Oh, crap. I remember that thing along with, oh, crap, what was it called? I don't use it myself. I've barely... Explosive Shot. Explosive Shot. I've barely used Explosive Shot, but a lot of people swore by the SE-14C and the Explosive Shot. Oh, man. I'm not even sure what the meta is right now. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I don't follow metas that much. I'm going to do something different. With the release of Battlefield 1, I am going to do something completely uncharacteristic of myself. And I'm going to get into metas. I'm going to get into semantics and numbers. And I'm going to be one of those people. One of those people that's like, actually, the Eb-Wud is 0.2 points higher in the bullet velocity acceleration department. So actually, that beats out almost all other weapons, and this should be the only weapon you use. That's gonna be me. That's gonna be me. I've never done that. I've always loathed it in a way. I've never agreed with it. I always thought it was silly. But you know what? I also say don't knock something until you try it. And that's me knocking something until I try it, because I've never tried that. I've never been into that. I was always a believer. I was always a proponent in that it's not the sword, it's the knight who wields it. It doesn't really matter what the weapon is, it matters who's wielding it. Also, what kind of day it is for them. Maybe they're just not feeling so accurate with that type of gun. I've noticed, for me, it really depends on the day. Sometimes I can be absolutely beastly with the Jawa shotgun, for instance. In fact, I've gotten some of my best games in Battlefront with that Jawa shotgun. 50 kills here, 50 kills there. Oh shit. Insane kill streaks. Yet some days I can pick it up and I can't even use it. I can't even kill somebody with it. compared to the other days where... Damn it, son of a bitch! Excuse my language. Oh my god, I hate how first-person crosshairs, when you're aiming down the sights, are completely different from third-person crosshairs. They need to fix that. There's no reason for that to be in the game. Anyway, yeah, one day I can be consistently fantastic with the Jawa shotgun, and another day I can be consistently terrible with the Jawa shotgun. So really, I never really cared about stats. It's semantics. But Battlefield 1, mark my words, and if I forget about it, you guys let me know that I've forgotten that Battlefield 1 is when I'm going to change my ways. I'm going to do something completely out of character, and I'm going to look at the other side. I'm going to check out the other side of the ring, which is the stat side. It's not the knight who wields the sword, but the sword that is skilled. It's the sword that makes the difference, not the person using it. And I'm gonna see if I still feel the same way that I do right now. Regardless, I don't know how you guys are, if you guys like those stat videos, or if you prefer to just be like water, like Bruce Lee says. I actually love that quote. It's one of my favorite quotes. Be like water. It's very apt. Adaptability is possibly humanity's greatest strength. What the heck? He didn't even try to get away from that grenade. Yeah, he pulled a G. He pulled one of my moves. Alright, let's be cautious. There's a crap ton of these guys down here. Grenade is out. Looks like they didn't even notice it. Yes, they did. Nice! They're drawn to the fire and the explosion. Come on, grenade. Nice! Good one, good one. Alright, let's fall back a little bit. Oh, crap. Let's fall back a lot. Let's fall back a lot. Where'd this guy go? And he is dead. Sweets! It's the damnedest thing. The scatter shotgun, or the scatter gun, I keep wanting to say shotgun. It's actually pretty effective at range. Who would have guessed? Ah, damn it, they finally got me. Well, we had a nice little time going there. How we doing up here? The final Tabana gas generator remains within our jurisdiction, so it looks like this may actually be... Whoa! Holy crap, what? This may actually be a victory for us. Oh, they're getting ballsy. They are getting real ballsy. I'll wait for that door to open, I'm gonna toss a frag. Or not. Oh no. Oh no, they're coming close. Come on, frag. Yes! Double kill! Fantastic. I was not even expecting that. That was just a lucky shot. Hell, I'm feeling like Han Solo. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Damn it, I knew that was gonna happen. Speaking of Han Solo... Shit. I guess that'd be a spoiler. Pardon my language. Not speaking of Han Solo, I'm going to talk about Kylo Ren. So I ran across a theory that I saw on Reddit. I can't remember the exacts of this theory, but I can remember the basics. And basically, the theory goes is Anakin pulling Kylo Ren to the light. Is Kylo Ren being torn apart between Snoke and Anakin? Maybe Anakin isn't ignoring Kylo Ren when he's praying to Darth Vader. Maybe he never did ignore him. Maybe this entire time the pull to the light has been Anakin reaching out to Ben. Something to think about. That blew my mind when I read that. And honestly, I am a believer in that theory. There's probably something that blows holes into it, but I'm gonna say that at some points, Anakin is going to reach out in a not-so-subtle way to Kylo Ren, and it's going to crush Ben. It's gonna crush him. He's not gonna understand it. He's gonna be angry, and Darth Vader will have been a lie. This deity that he so angstily prayed to will have betrayed him. And I feel like in Anakin's Force Ghost reaching out to him, he's going to drive him even closer to the dark side and even further away from the light. That's deep. That's damn deep. Also, Donald Glover. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but He's a pretty cool actor. I've seen him in quite a few different things now. Anyway, Donald Glover. The man from, I think he's from the show Community, or from the show The Office, or Internet Tech Department, or what's the one with Chevy Chase? He's either from Community, Office Space. That's the movie. What is that? Is Office Space the movie with the red stapler? He's either from the Community. He's from Family Ties. IT. Crap. Oh god. Perfect Family, I think. Damn it! Damn it! What is he from? What is he from? I can't remember. Anyway, Donald Glover is the first choice to play Lando Calrissian. Oh, he's from Community. Thank you. Thank you. That was hurting my brain. Donald Glover's from Community, and he is the first choice to be playing Lando Calrissian. Oh my god, that guy almost killed me. Anyway, he's the first choice to play Lando, and I think that is fantastic. Honestly, I think he could nail that role. I've been thinking a lot. Who would play Lando Calrissian? The man who played Lando in Empire Strikes Back is Lando. Okay? You can't get more Lando than Billy D. Williams. You really can't. He brought so much life into that character. I don't even know what Lando was going to be before he actually started acting that role. Regardless, I understand that Donald Glover could... I'm not going to say he would do a better job, because it's not that type of thing. It's not that type of thing. I'm not trying to say it is, but I feel like he could possibly be the best choice for that kind of a young, wisecracking, know-it-all Lando Calrissian gambler type. I think that could be pretty sweet. And I'm actually kind of warming up to the idea of a young Han Solo movie at this point. I really am. I had a lot of doubt about it, but I like Lord and Miller. I think that they're great directors and writers. And although they're not penning the new Jump Street, I want them to pen the new Jump Street. I'm okay. I'm okay with them working on the young Han Solo anthology film. I'd rather get an anthology IG-88 horror movie. I honestly think that would be the best anthology movie that we could get from the Star Wars universe, but that's not going to happen. And that makes me very sad. It makes me a very sad boy. Seriously though, $1 billion idea right here. Alright, maybe that much. Maybe $1 million. Okay, $100 million, couple $100 million idea, shit. Couple $100 million idea right here. Take IG-88, this mechanical monstrosity. Something that'll give the Terminator a run for his money in terms of nightmares. This relentless bounty hunter who is very good at what he does. Incessantly hunting somebody down. You don't necessarily follow IG-88. Instead of following IG-88, you follow who is being hunted by IG-88, right? How the hell did he get that kill when I was behind that wall? Anyway, you follow somebody that's being hunted by IG-88, and it's a horror movie, similar to The Predator, but in space. And you can set it on that trash planet. Ord Mantell. Perfect planet for it. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Oh my god! Oh my god, he had 3 health left! Alright, no one on my team has been able to crack the perimeter. Absolutely nobody. We're gonna lose this match. We're gonna lose it hard. We've got 6 minutes remaining to get our shit together. And we'd better do it. Sarlacc pit help us if we don't. Alright, Han Solo, I'm right behind you. I better stop sprinting. I keep forgetting that the trait card that I'm using is no longer the scout trait card. Thank you for that pickup. We got an R5-D4 droid, and I'm not sure where I want to use it. Hey, we got Boba Z! I recognize him. One of our Massive family members is actually playing with us on stream right now. We've got a lot of Massive family members playing with us on stream. By the way, regular Star Wars Battlefront live streams have returned. We're going to be having regular Star Wars Battlefront streams up until the release of the thud DLC, after which point we'll continue to have regular streams of Star Wars Battlefront. Oh my god, get out of the way! Get out of the... Damn it! Ah, damn it! I hate you! Whoever that was! whatever Bespin guard was just standing there blocking my path. I have a vendetta against him now. I've got a grudge, and I hold grudges. Alright, I don't hold grudges. Sometimes. You know what? Forget about it. Forget about it! I don't even care anymore.
Hostiles ahead.
Oh, shit. If it happens again, though, I'm done. I am done. Please don't be dead. Please don't die. Oh my god. Oh my god, my health is taking a What? Oh. It's ludicrous how long my health is taking to regen. Oh! Absolutely insane. What's going on? I don't even know. I just want to get in here alive. Holy crap. Oh, that was a friendly. Thank goodness. Oh, that's a friendly too. Ah, the hostile's behind me. Oh, the hostile's in front of me. Oh, crap. I had such low health I couldn't win that melee battle. This is going insane, this match. I don't know what's happening. It's like... every situation that we're putting ourselves in is the worst possible situation that we can put ourselves in. And everything is just turning out so poorly. It's like one of those TV shows. One of those wacky time travel episodes in those TV shows. You know the ones. Where basically, a character goes into the future and they're like, my god, what the hell happened? This is some sort of a nightmare. I gotta get out of here. And then they go back in the past. And they realize that every single decision they made in their life was wrong. Every single decision they've ever made in their life was completely wrong, and they had to go back and fix them all. That's exactly what's happening to us right now in this game. Every single insignificant decision that we're making in terms of going after this stormtrooper versus that stormtrooper, or hanging back and trying to do some long-range combat. It's all wrong! We keep making the wrong decisions. Still, we seem to be alive for longer than a period of 10 seconds, so I'm going to assume that everything's back to normal. And I'm just going to treat this calmly, coolly, and with a collected, dignified air. Holy crap, what the hell? Okay. I guess we're not doing the collected, dignified thing. But at least we took 2 down before we went down. Damn. Lost our trait level. That's a shame. How long has the stream been on? Honestly, oh, wait, I think I see the timer. 37 minutes, possibly. YouTube timer is notoriously incorrect. It goes out of sync all the time. Oh my god! I hate Disruption. So Disruption is a brand new charge card that was introduced with the Bespin DLC, and basically it fries your weapons like an EMP charge would. Your weapons are no longer useful. You can't fire them. You can't even use certain star cards. It breaks the whole system down. Whatever pickups you may have, if you have a turret, if you have an R5-D4 droid, it shuts them out. You can't utilize those things any longer. And it is very frustrating. Oh crap. Oh crap. Nothing you can really do about that either. Oh, damn, that was close. Oh, damn. Whoa! We killed him. Killed him with a crotch shot, but he killed me with a headshot. Yes! We didn't lose any time. Oh, fantastic. I love it. Okay. Infantry turret placed. It's at just an angle where they shouldn't be able to fire at it from a distance, and it should be able to stay safe relatively easily. Oh my god, I'm getting shot at. And it's looking ugly. It's looking real ugly. Come on, man. I almost got him. Thanks for avenging my life, infantry turret. I appreciate it. Disruption is the May of Battlefront.
Don't ease up now.
It really is. It's the May of Battlefront. And bubble shields are the tracer of Star Wars Battlefront. Nice. Tabonic gas generator has just detonated. We have one final Tabonic gas generator remaining, and that is at location C. Oh! I didn't even see him, man. I should really go back to the scout trait card. Oh, crap. We have less than 30 seconds. Oh, that does not look good. Don't know if we have any stormtroopers in here. I cross my fingers and hope not. Less than 20 seconds remaining. Let's head upstairs. Come Come on, scattergun. Come on, scattergun. Well, oh my god, there's so many of them. Come on! Come on! Damn. That's game over. Well, that match is absolutely insane. And I'm going to switch back to the Outer Rim. It's good to be back in Battlefront, though. The meta. I don't even know what the meta is right now. Probably something to do with Disruption. I'm more curious about what the meta is with trait cards. Back about a month ago, when we were playing Battlefront like almost every single day, every other day, I remember the meta was that you couldn't use the Scout trait card anymore. Instead, you had to stick with the Berserker, the Mandalorian. Is that what we have right now? Yeah, we have the Mandalorian trait card applied, the Berserker trait card. And the reasoning was you couldn't use the Scout trait card anymore because the Mandalorian trait card, the Berserker trait card, the lower your health you have, the higher damage output you deal. So, obviously, if you're in a gunfight with somebody that has lower health than you, because you're shooting at them, they're shooting at you, you're lowering their health, they're lowering your health. If you want to compete, if you want to stay competitive, you got to use the Berserker trait card. Can't use the Scout. It's kind of like the Explosive Shot for a while. Almost everybody used Explosive Shot. It was kind of rare for anybody to use anything else. Everybody was using Explosive Shot, everybody was using the SE-14C pistol. I wonder what it is now. The Bowcaster has just been revamped yet again, and I'm not sure what they've changed there, but maybe we should try using the Bowcaster as well. Regardless, we got some more news. Happy birthday to the Emperor of the Galaxy. Ian McDiarmid has turned 72. He is 72 years old. And he probably... Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We joined into a defeat! Anyway, the good news is he probably doesn't even need to wear makeup or prosthetics anymore to play the part of the Emperor. I'm just kidding. That was a dick joke. Well, not a literal one. It was figuratively a dick joke. It was a dick move. Regardless. Oh. I hope that 2016 leaves Star Wars alone. They already took Kenny Baker from us, and they better leave the Emperor. They better leave Han Solo. I really would like to see the Emperor in another Star Wars movie. Oh, it would be so cool if we saw an Emperor cameo in Rogue One. But what I could see is an Emperor cameo in the Ewan McGregor Star Wars film. I could see that happening. I really could. Now, I don't know how old Han Solo would be in the Han Solo anthology movie that's coming. I don't know how old the Emperor would be, if that would even work. But if we could see the Emperor in the young Han Solo film, I think that would also be really cool. Basically, wherever we can get Ian McDiarmid into Star Wars anthology films, I want that to happen. I want that to be done. Alright, we got a brand new match coming our way, and a full party of people. Let's choose what weapon we're going to be using. I think I'm going to go with the E11. I'm not sure. You know what? Okay, maybe not the E-4. Yeah, let's go with the E11. I love that E-4, however, this is just a little too medium range for the E-4. We'll try it in a little bit. Alright, we gotta defend the shipment. Oh crap. Oh crap. I forgot they come right out of that door. I ran right in front of their fire. I saw his friends behind me. We're like, oh man. Okay, we got some crazy stormtroopers blitzkrieging us. I'm just gonna stay out of this. Unfortunately, I didn't.
Take the Jedi down.
This refiner actually reminds me a lot of Star Citizen. And Mustafar, of course. The Mustafar system. But also Star Citizen. And whatever system that takes place inside of. Regardless, Star Citizen, there's been a lot of updates to it since we last streamed it. And I've been playing it quite a bit the past few days. We're currently inside of a free fly weekend. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. At least we got some shots on Luke. Not many, though. There's currently free fly week going on in Star Citizen, so if you guys want to try it out before actually pledging or before buying the game, now is the time to do it. We also have a big patch, 2.5, that is set to release hopefully within the next few weeks. Not exactly sure when they're planning on releasing that. Who knows? They haven't really been speaking a lot about release dates for 2.5 or release dates for any of the patches. I'm assuming that we're going to get a release date sometime during Gamescom before it ends. But again, we just don't know. Seeing a lot of rebellion forces down here.
Stay sharp. We got hostiles.
Damn. Didn't even get a shot on him. That was disappointing.
Excellent. Keep the shipment immobilized.
It's looking fairly clear. I can see it now. They're going to come up behind us. That's how they're going to take us down. Thank you for that back-to-bomb. Oh, there's one. Hostile down. Crap, they're behind us! I was right! At least it wasn't 9-nub. That's what I thought it was for a brief moment in time. I think Luke Skywalker's fallen. I don't believe they don't have a... Do they have a hero? No, they don't have a hero. Alright, let's take these guys out from a distance.
The rebels are progressing. Do not let them reach their extraction point.
No, Luke Skywalker's still alive. I've got eyes on him. Uh-oh. It's going to be interesting once we have the sequel trilogy Battlefront. The next Battlefront is not going to be the prequel trilogy. I'm sure you guys already know that. We've discussed this plenty of times. Instead, the next Battlefront is going to be about the sequel trilogy of films, The Force Awakens, Episode 8, Episode 9, etc., etc. So, we're going to be seeing red blaster bolts for the Empire and blue blaster bolts for the Resistance. Contrary to Star Wars Battlefront, the original trilogy, which is red blaster bolts for both sides, except if it's a weapon like the pulse cannon. So, in the next Battlefront, you're going to know exactly who's firing at you. If you see blue bolts, it's the Resistance. If you see red bolts, it's the Empire. And I feel like that's actually going to change the game quite a bit.
Get those rebels!
I mean, that's a big difference. Being able to instantly know who's firing at you just by the appearance of their blaster bolts.
The rebels to get their shipment moving again. Get
You're going to know for sure if it's friendly fire, if it's not friendly fire. Damn. Oh, man. Well, that's unfortunate. I was going to spawn on my partner, but he was killed inside of my spawn camp. That is a damn shame. Alright, let's keep moving. We gotta push this check... What the heck? We gotta push this checkpoint as much as we possibly can. Nice! Celestian has fallen. We have 58 seconds to continue defending the shipment, and it looks like we're doing a fine job so far. Oh, great. That Luke Skywalker's making me nervous. Celestian is down. Oh, hello over there. I knew we couldn't stay away for long. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, this is how we do it. Let's just see if we can keep this assault up. We need this defense. Desperately. Crap, we almost got him. Almost isn't good enough. Is that Luke? Oh, I hear him. Oh, I hear Luke! Oh my god, he's right behind me! Ah! Crap! How I wish I had a jetpack. Luke Skywalker is going to be their last minute save. They have 9, 8, 7 seconds remaining, and the shipment has just been activated. If it can get to the next checkpoint, they win. It's currently going into overtime. We need control of that shipment ASAP. Unfortunately, they've got a bubble shield up top, and Luke Skywalker is probably still alive.
Hostiles ahead.
One down. Come on! Another one down. You got this! You got this! Yes! Victory for the Empire. We were able to stop the shipment just in time. We had a few seconds remaining to stop that shipment. I actually can't believe that we did it. Damn, that was fun. I like this game mode. I'm hoping, and I probably don't even need to say this because it probably will be fantastic, but I'm hoping that Battle Station is going to be just as good as the Outer Rim DLC's game mode and also Bespin's game mode, because both game modes are great. However, Battle Station is going to be a different game mode than anything we've ever gotten because it's a multi-tiered game mode. It's space flight, ground combat, space flight. I feel like that it's going to break up the monotony, that's for damn sure. If you guys have been playing Battlefront non-stop for over a year now, or not quite a year now, you're probably going to love Battle Station. But I'm hoping that they can keep the flow. The necessary flow for the proper amount of adrenaline to have a real good time. Because so far they've been great about that. And if there aren't significant loading screens between the phases, I think that it'll work just fine. In fact, that's really my main concern about the game mode Battle Station is it's just taking a little too long between the phases.
Your objective is to secure the cargo boxes and bring them back.
Nice. Welcome, YouTube family members that are joining up with us. Massive! You see the Rogue One trailer released in Asia? It has more scenes in the trailer than the trailer from the Olympics. I have not seen the Asian trailer for The Force Awakens. I mean, for the Rogue One movie. I've seen it for the Force Awakens movie, however. And I think that's why I probably haven't seen it for... I should watch it, honestly. I could make a video on it. But I've kind of been staying away from Asian trailers for Star Wars movies ever since the Star Wars Force Awakens Asian trailer, which actually gave us some minor spoilers. Not huge spoilers, mind you, but some minor ones. Nice! Alright, I'm starting to feel back in the groove. Sweets! As weird as this is going to sound, it's actually not easy to play a bunch of different games, like constantly different titles, and then like be consistently good at each one of them, especially if you're playing through the capture card preview window. But it's just like teaching a dog. Or no, I'm getting my metaphors mixed up. It's not like teaching a dog new tricks. That's like riding a bicycle. You just gotta start riding that bicycle again and it'll eventually all come back to you. But yeah. I'm getting back there. Which is also why we're going to be doing regular Star Wars Battlefront live streams until the Death Star DLC releases, because I got to get myself refamiliarized. But I'm back, baby! I feel like I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi. Rather, Ben Kenobi at the beginning of A New Hope. I'm getting too old for this sort of thing. And then he almost kicks Darth Vader's ass. He let himself be defeated by Vader. Because he knew it wasn't destiny. But I maintain the notion, I maintain the fan theory that Ben Kenobi could have schooled Darth Vader, just like he did in Mustafar, just like he did throughout his entire life schooling Anakin Skywalker. Little old orphan Annie. Is that why they called him Anakin Skywalker, because of little old orphan Annie? Probably not. That would be silly. Regardless, this battle's going pretty well. So far they haven't taken any of our cargo. Granted, we haven't taken any of theirs. And I've actually seen cargo matches before where no one tried to take cargo. Enemy team didn't try it. Our team didn't try it. It was miraculous. It was like a team deathmatch that would never end. Well, obviously the timer caused it to end eventually, but nobody cared. They just cared about killing each other. Holy crap. Hello there. Got it! Oh! Nice shot. Nice shot with that smart rocket. I gotta admit I didn't see it coming. Damn. We almost had him. Unfortunately, we're overwhelmed. Titanfall today, massive? Yes. Well, actually, Titanfall was yesterday. But Titanfall 2 is currently in its multiplayer tech test. So if you guys want to check it out, please feel free to do so. It's not on PC yet. You can only test it if you have a PS4 or an Xbox One. But it is really good, actually. They've improved quite a bit over... Hold on, let me pause the multiplayer game. People are asking me to read the chat room. Give me a second, guys. There we go. Now I can read the chat room. Let's see what you guys are saying. Do you think there's a possibility of a prequel Battlefront? Yes, but not anytime soon. I would say that a prequel Battlefront is probably going to be after the sequel trilogy Battlefront. But Disney doesn't want it to happen, honestly. They want to forget about the prequel trilogy. They want to focus on the sequel trilogy. I should have known... Alright, I'm going to go start playing the game again. But I should have known that we are not going to be getting a prequel trilogy Battlefront before a sequel trilogy Battlefront because they want to sell a sequel trilogy as much as they possibly can. It makes sense that they'd want a sequel trilogy Battlefront, and I'm going to call that S Battlefront from now on. It makes sense that they would want an S Battlefront while the S trilogy is currently in theaters. I mean, it is a business. Star Wars is a business first and foremost. It's just a good thing that Disney knows that it's a magical thing. As much as it is a business, yes, it is still magical, and it needs to be treated as such. I think we'll get one after the sequel trilogy. Oh crap, I'm so dead. I didn't have time to run. I could have tried it, but I would have died. What do you think of the Rogue One DLC? I think it's interesting that Darth Vader is guaranteed not to be present on that utopian vacation planet, whose name escapes me. I can't remember what it's called. But I'm gonna Google that right now. If you guys wonder why I don't look at the chat room too much sometimes, it's because I am playing a game and I'm also watching the stream to make sure it doesn't lag or have any audio issues. So it's a little difficult to do all at once. What's the name of the planet? Rogue One, a Star Wars trilogy. Planet. It's not Jedha. It's a tropical planet. Oh great, I'm dying. I'm being killed. Oh my god, where is it? Oh no, this is insane. Scarif! And as soon as I find it, the chat room finally catches up to the video. There's a bit of a live stream delay. Well, there is a live stream delay in every live stream on the internet, so it's almost a delay of 2 minutes sometimes, it seems like. Anyway, as soon as you guys said Scarif, that's when I actually found it. I should have just waited a few minutes for you guys to figure out what it was, but, yeah, Darth Vader apparently is not going to appear in Scarif. I don't know when Scarif is going to appear in the Rogue One movie. I'm assuming it's going to be towards the end of the Rogue One movie, and we're going to see Jedha primarily towards the beginning. But that basically tells us when we can kind of expect to see the Darth Vader appearance. Damn. Well, it was a close one. Grenade out! Damn, I was just a little too late.
The cargo is in
Yo,
our
go
hands.
man, go! I'll escort you.
Back to base.
Alright, we've got a rebellion soldier moving forward with the cargo, and I'm gonna make sure he stays alive as much as I can. I don't see any enemies behind us. They're mainly just in front of us. Whoa, crap, we got one. We got a few live ones. Oh my god! That's a smart rocket taking 2 of us down, and they're returning that cargo. At least they haven't taken our cargo. Ah, well, actually they just did. I spoke a little too soon. Beautiful. We shot him down. And the cargo's now been returned. We have 3 minutes left in this match, and so far nobody's taken the cargo yet. I'm gonna see if I can slip back behind enemy lines and steal that cargo myself. But speaking of Rogue One, I wanted to talk about Rogue One in this live stream, and what I want to talk about is Darth Vader's role in Rogue One. So far, we've just seen him take half a breath, and we've seen his back in the trailer, at the end of the trailer, and that's it. Which is really cool to me. I'm hoping that we don't see any more of him in other trailers. Hell, maybe we saw a lot of him in the Asian trailer. I don't know, I haven't seen the Asian trailer, but if they could just keep his appearances in the trailers very subtle, like the last appearance was, I would be happy, because I'm assuming that we're going to see some sort of a surprise appearance by Darth Vader when we're not really expecting it. And I'm assuming that he's going to slaughter the cast. To put it bluntly, everyone in Rogue One is going to die. Unless there's a twist where the main cast in Rogue One doesn't die, and instead they're captured and jailed aboard the Death Star, which would be equally interesting, and that may be where we see Darth Vader. But if they're not jailed aboard the Death Star, which would be... Whoa, what the hell? That is how effective Shadow Troopers are. I'm betting you guys didn't even see him. Shadow's the best camouflage. Anyway, I want to see Darth Vader wreck people. I want to see him take his lightsaber, be in the prime of his Sith life, and maul everybody that comes in his way. Thank you, grenade. Thank you for actually being tossed. Nice! Good kill. Oh, crap. Get that cargo. Thought I saw somebody stealing it, but I guess not. Shot in the back. With a DL-44, no less. How Han Solo of them. But, yeah, that's what I want for Darth Vader. I don't know if that's what we're going to get. Something else that's possible is the... Oh, shit. Alright, I need to start paying attention to the game. By the way, I am reading the comments while I'm playing in these live streams. I just can't respond to all of them. I try to respond to as many as I can, but some of these tangents get kind of long. Like the Darth Vader one, let me put this one to rest. How I think that the film is going to end, as a possibility. It's not concrete, we don't really know a whole lot about the ending just yet, but I'm going to say that Rogue One is going to end how A New Hope begins. We're going to have a camera pan filming Darth Vader's back as he walks aboard... Shit. As he walks aboard the blockade runner. And that's going to be the end of the film. It's going to be him intercepting this supposed diplomatic mission by Princess Leia. And then he's, you know, he's going to wreck everybody on the set of A New Hope just like he did prior. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be fantastic. Of course, he could pop up midway through the film. Or, another theory is that instead of killing the cast of Rogue One, what he's going to do is he's going to kill director Orson Krennic for his failures to protect the Death Star and safeguard it, as is his task. So, we have plenty of theories. And the great thing is, all of these theories have equal weight. They have equal weight. We haven't seen a lot of Darth Vader. We don't know where he's going to appear. We don't know what he's going to do. Hell, the shot that they shared for the trailer may not even be in the movie. Which would be awesome. If they show more of Darth Vader in the trailers, I hope that those shots and those scenes aren't in the movie. Just to whet your appetite. Just to get you excited. Because we know what Darth Vader looks like. You know, we know what his suit looks like. That's no surprise. So if they just show some cool, badass 2016 CG shots of his suit in the next trailer, I'd be okay with it. But those shots better be fake. We'll see. Hell, I don't even know when we're gonna get another trailer. I mean, it's been... They waited so long to put that Rogue One trailer out. So long. We got a Force Awakens trailer way before we got a Rogue One trailer. It's honestly astounding. Alright, I think I'm going to stick with the E11 blaster rifle. Still streaming daily? Almost every single day. I realize that 2 hours every single day may be a lot for you guys to catch up on, so... it's almost every single day, though. We do, like, 5 live streams a week. And usually we fill in a video on the other days. Play Sabotage at Administrator Palace. Use Bounty Hunter, it's OP. And Pulse. I like Pulse. I like Pulse a lot. Is Bounty Hunter OP? Maybe I should start using Bounty Hunter. Maybe I should start switching up my trade cards. Holy crap. I always forget how close these guys actually are. Look at this. Look at this, they're right around the bend. Hostile down. We have a proximity bomb that I don't know where I want to place. Nice. Okay, proximity bomb is down.
Excellent. The shipment's been arrived.
Beautiful! Fortunately, I'm close to death, and there I go! There was nowhere I could have gone. I should have stayed in the bubble. There was somebody behind me to my left and ahead of me to my left. They would have been able to snipe me no matter where my position was. Alright, how's it looking? We got 4 minutes remaining, and the shipment is almost to the first objective. Not too bad. Oh crap, Han Solo. Oh crap! Grenade out! Come on, grenade. Oh, damn it! That grenade didn't do diddly. Han Solo still has 75 health. If I could have used that scattergun, we could have easily taken off 100 points of health. Easy. Scatterguns at close proximity on heroes are deadly effective. I did not know that. Someone said that if you go to StarWars.com, you can see all the Star Wars movies for free. Is that true? That would blow my mind if that were true. Because I thought the reason that the Star Wars movies weren't on Netflix so they could sell more Blu-rays of the Star Wars movies. Yes! Oh, I was so close to taking it down. I brought him down to 1 health. Damn! I wish I got that kill. Still, Smuggler Han Solo's been defeated, which gives the Empire a greater chance of victory. Please let me get this in time. I'm not going to get to it in time, am I? Nope. Son of a bitch. Pardon my language. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Seriously though, we always miss those heroes. Icons. Always. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Well, we're bridesmaids again, because we didn't kill them in time. Came close to it, but not close enough. Oh crap. Oh crap. He had a bowcaster, he was ready for us. Star Wars is coming soon to Netflix, that is true. Are they available for free on StarWars.com though? I'm really curious about that. Really curious about that. Weird. Someone just tried, but the Star Wars site is apparently down or something. But currently Star Wars is actually on Netflix in the Netherlands. I don't know when it's coming to Netflix in the US or Europe, but Netherlands currently has it, which is pretty sweet. Force Awakens isn't on the Netherlands Netflix just yet, but it is coming very soon. Of course, I've got most of the Star Wars Blu-rays, and I've got the despecialized edition, so I don't really need them on Netflix. But I'm really excited for them to go on Netflix for other people, because there's a lot of people that still haven't seen a lot of the Star Wars films, and if they're going to be on Netflix, holy crap, so many people are going to see Star Wars films that haven't seen them before. It's going to be amazing. Alright, that's really weird. I had some sort of a glitch that continued to fire my blaster rifle even when I took my finger off the trigger. I have a brand new PlayStation 4 controller and it's been broken since day one. Literally, the moment I took it out of the package, I was like, this isn't right. The plastic is all loose. The screws have broken off inside during shipment or something. It's the cheapest damn controller, which is a damn shame because it's the limited edition Star Wars Battlefront. Oh crap. Oh crap. It's the limited edition Star Wars Battlefront controller for the PlayStation 4. So, I was really looking forward to this thing. I was thinking it's going to be a lot of fun to play Star Wars Battlefront with this cool controller. And it's broken. Out of the box. Never even got a chance to use it before it was broken. There it goes again! What a weird glitch! You know, I'd probably be a pretty big fan of PlayStation if it was a better console. As it stands right now, I'm split right down the middle when it comes to PlayStation and Xbox. They're just pieces of plastic with a bunch of hardware inside. No reason to pledge allegiance to that. That's not to say, however, that I don't like consoles. I love consoles. It's so convenient. Played on console most of my life. Alright, time to get out. Time to leave. Oh, boy. Oh! Ah! We got 50 damage from the melee shot! And that is it! At least we got some melee damage before we died. Massive, can you refresh? Oh, you can buy the movies on StarWars.com. You can't watch them there for free. Interesting. Yes, I will refresh the party after this. For those guys that are just joining up, we're streaming Star Wars Battlefront with our massive family. We're playing with subscribers today. And after this game, I'm going to go ahead and refresh that party so some of you guys that haven't been able to join up can join up. And we can play and have fun Star Wars adventures. Come on! Nice, good kill. Let's keep it up. I see the weak way. Weak way is just falling. Excellent. I'm going to move forward a little bit. Holy crap. Holy crap. Did not see you. Did not see you. Grenade out. Alright. All I need to do right now is just stay alive. Just stay alive.
The rebel princess won't be causing any more trouble.
Woo. Oh, man. That was risky as hell. Alright. Let's get back into the fray. Two enemies down.
Without their escort, the shipment will be unable to move.
Okay, scattergun. I'm gonna need your assistance in just a second. Oh crap. Oh crap. Where are these guys? Oh, damn it, there they are! They all came from that doorway. I thought maybe they moved up a little bit. Unfortunately, their shipment is still moving up. Luckily, we've stopped it. If we can continue the current course of action of this match, I'm going to say this is going to be a good victory for us. But still, they are kind of overwhelming us a bit. We've got 3 minutes to continue defending this shipment. If they even activate the shipment for a second, we lose possibly the game. But we definitely lose this small war that we're fighting right now. It is centimeters away from the next checkpoint. It's ridiculously close. Oh, crap. It's moving.
Watch it, rebels!
It's moving! Enemy down. Come on, stop the shipment. Shipment has been stopped.
Maintain your advantage by keeping the rebels away from
Okay,
the
this is an unprecedented turn of events, so I was assuming that as soon as that shipment was back online, we would lose. But we haven't lost. However, I guarantee you the next time the shipment is activated, we lose because it's so close, so ridiculously close to the checkpoint. There is no way that it would have any space to move. There's absolutely no way. One inch of movement, and they would win this checkpoint. I guarantee it. Give me some good infantry turret. I can use this. All right, I got an idea. Okay. All right, let's try that. It's gonna be shooting him in the back.
We've lost control.
Nice grenade toss. Beautiful kill.
Failure will not be tolerated. Stop those rebels.
Oh, crap. They reactivated the shipment right under our noses. Alright. The humongous blast shield door to Jabba's palace garage is being opened. They're currently headed toward ultimate victory. We still have a final chance to stop these guys. It's just going to be a lot harder now. Uh-oh. Oh, nice! We narrowly escaped with our lives. Alright, shipment is still moving. If this thing doesn't go offline soon, we are screwed. Damn those back-to-bombs, man. What do we know about the Death Star DLC? Well, we knew the new game mode was pretty cool. We knew that, though. We knew the new game mode was going to be sweet. And kind of like how we called the Rogue One, we called the new game mode. It's going to be a 3-tiered game mode. Basically, you're starting off in space. It's X-Wings and A-Wings versus TIE Fighters and TIE Interceptors. And the X-Wings and A-Wings are trying to destroy the Star Destroyers that are heading the perimeter around the Death Star. These Star Destroyers will prevent any and all Y-Wings from incoming bombing raids and attacks. Which means, if the X-Wings and A-Wings are not able to destroy the Star Destroyers, those Y-Wing assaults will fail, and the entire Death Star trench run will be a bust. So, if the... Oh my god. Oh!
The rebels.
Damn it! So, if the TIE Fighters and the TIE Interceptors fail in their modest task of defending the Star Destroyer, then the Y-Wings will succeed in their bombing run. They'll be able to weaken the surface of the Death Star enough for Rebel forces to infiltrate and sabotage the interior of the Death Star while saving important droids, such as R2-D2, who's going to be playable in the Death Star DLC. And after which point, after they are successful with their internal sabotage of the Death Star, Luke Skywalker can commence the trench run in his Red 5 X-Wing leader. And of course, the Empire has their own toys. The Empire will be utilizing the TIE Advanced for Darth Vader to hopefully stop Luke Skywalker's trench run attack on the original Death Star. And that is what we know about the brand new awesome game mode, which is a 3-tiered game mode taking place in space and inside of the Death Star and in space again in the Death Star DLC. We also know that we're getting Bosk and Chewie as our heroes and villains. Unfortunately, we are not getting Ben Kenobi, so we're not going to have that epic Ben versus Darth Vader fight. Instead, we get another bounty hunter, and we get Chewbacca, who I believe they should have been free heroes. Chewie should have been a free hero, and Bosk should have been a free hero, and Ben Kenobi and Grand Moff Tarkin should have been the paid heroes in Death Star DLC, or IG-88 and Ben Kenobi. IG-88 actually has a really important role with, I believe it was the Death Star 2, not the Death Star 1. Yeah, it was the Death Star 2, actually. Still, they could have put IG-88 in there instead of Bosk. But I'm going to reserve judgment. See, look at that, look at that. My controller's broken. He kept firing. He's too eager. Even after I took my finger off of the trigger. Oh my god. Good scattergun shot. There's nothing we can do about that. The gameplay in Battlefront is extraordinarily fast-paced. It really is. I'm wondering if they're going to keep the same gameplay that's in this Star Wars Battlefront and this Star Wars Battlefront that's coming in the next few years. Probably. Maybe not. Definitely feels faster than Star Wars Battlefront 2, that's for sure. It's looking clear so far. People are talking about Apple earbuds and how cats love them. Luckily, oh my god, I hate that weapon. It looks like they headbutted each other and knocked each other out. Anyway, my cat loves chewing on any cables and wires. He actually destroyed a couple of them. I can remember off the top of my head. He knocked over a glass of water, destroyed my keyboard. He chewed through the Wii U charging cable for the gamepad, which is a special charging cable, so you gotta buy a brand new one. What else did he chew through? My Xbox One headsets. Chewed through that. Never bought another one. Haven't spoken to anybody on Xbox Live Party Chat for years now. And, oh crap, what else has he killed? Alright, seriously, my PlayStation bumpers are really screwed up. They're not functioning at all. Anyway, yeah, cats. What are you gonna do with them? You want to be angry at them, but they don't understand anger. They are anger, is what they are. Jesus! Jesus Christ! Maybe I should start using a disruptor. Luckily, that disruptor proved fruitless. Didn't work for him. I was able to kill him with my scattergun, which was not disrupted. Unfortunately, I was killed by one of those suicide grenades that they tossed. I guess they were expecting that they weren't going to live through that. Otherwise, they would have killed themselves as well. Grenade out. I think there's somebody down there. Nope. There's not anybody down there. We have less than a minute remaining to defend this shipment. The shipment is currently halfway to its objective destination. So whether we can keep this up or not, still stands. Hopefully we can, but we'll see. Nice assist. Grenade out. Oh my god, no! I was almost killed by my own grenades. Oh crap, that's a lot of nades. Oh boy. Enemy down. Good stuff, good stuff. Another grenade out. Whoa! These grenades are bouncing like crazy. I feel like they're the bouncy balls you can get for a quarter out of those weird little vending machines. Okay, everybody's dead in that tunnel. Good news for me. No eyes on further rebellion forces. They have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game over. Well, against all odds, the Empire was finally able to secure victory. Nice. That was a good game. Talked about a lot of Star Wars news so far in this stream. You know what? I'm going to see if I have any more news to talk about. That way the next match that we play, I can just focus on the multiplayer aspect and just having fun with the game. Let's see, do I have anything else I was going to talk about? Nope. Talked about Don Glover, talked about Anakin and the Pulse of the Light, and of course, Spaceballs. We may be getting a new Spaceballs movie. It's not a sure thing, which is a good thing that it's not a sure thing, because I don't know if we want another Spaceballs movie, but... oh god, could you imagine it? Disney would not let it happen if it wasn't a good movie. They would never let it happen, but I'm just picturing like some sort of a scary movie / Robot Chicken / Ted 2 Star Wars film. Oh god, imagine it. Seth MacFarlane is penned to write the new movie. By the way, go to the MassiveG community if you want to join up. I'm starting a new party, which will allow us to play with some different people in Star Wars Battlefront. But yeah, the new party is up, so go to the MassiveG community. We got about 10,000 people inside of our community, and that is where we're going to be playing, but I'm going to hop into another match. Yeah, what was I saying? Seth MacFarlane is penned to write the new Spaceballs. Oh man, what would you have? You'd have Ted, wearing nothing except for the top of the Darth Vader helmet. And you would have, instead of Chewbacca, it would be something real silly. It would be like Groot. Yeah, it would be some sort of a Groot Firth or a Tribble, a giant Tribble. I don't even want to think about it. Or, it would, oh my god, or it'd be a giant Ted. Instead of Rick Moranis, okay, I just thought of what it would be. Instead of Rick Moranis as the Dark Helmet, or the Darth Helmet, it would be the guy from Vacation. Can't remember him. I did not like the remake of Vacation. I don't like this actor very much. So it would be Ted as Chewbacca, Ed Helms as Darth Vader, and I don't know if they would go with the Luke, Leia, Han Solo thing, or if they would go with the Rey and Finn thing, but it would be terrible. It would be terrible, and I hope they don't make it. Massive, when are you gonna stream Star Citizen again? Honestly, we're either streaming Titanfall 2 tomorrow or Star Citizen. We are definitely gonna have a Star Citizen stream before patch 2.5, unless they release in the next few days. And we're gonna have a secondary or another Star Citizen stream after our coming Star Citizen stream with patch 2.5. Welcome YouTube families, join up with the stream. Shoutouts are at the end of live streams, but also sometimes during loading screens. But just so you guys know, asking for shoutouts, I have never given shoutouts. Well, okay. Asking for shoutouts is not the way to get shoutouts. It'll either come randomly or it'll come at the end of the live stream. I used to do shoutouts like, I was gonna say on command, but that sounds really weird. Yeah, on command like a dog. Woof woof. I just bark out the shoutouts when you guys tell me to. No, but seriously, I used to do shoutouts when you guys would ask for them, but you guys think that you want that? However, you guys don't want that, because that's how you get a stream that is only shoutouts, and it's not interesting to watch, and it's not fun to watch. It's like just fun for the second you get a shoutout. But at some point before the end of this live stream, I'm gonna do some surprise shoutouts, so don't you worry about that. Damn, Lone Wolf, you did miss the news. I'm sorry, man. We discussed all the Star Wars news that we had. Unless there's something I'm forgetting, but I don't believe I'm forgetting anything that I wanted to talk about. Nope. No, that's actually just about it. Yeah, I'm sorry, man, you missed the news. Do we have enough people? Oh, crap, we don't have enough people. Alright, we're starting a brand new match of heroes versus villains, and we are playing as Emperor Palpatine. We've got 3 massive family members playing as the other heroes, which is fantastic. I love this. Alright, let's move forward. Looks like we now have a full game of heroes versus villains. Let's do this thing. Crap, I can't remember his controls. There we go. You will all die as one? No eyes on hostiles. It looks like they're directly below this platform. Wait, I see these jokers. Nice shot on Luke. Let's get up behind him. Excellent. Unlimited power! Oh crap, that's a grenade. That is a grenade. Oh shit. Oh shit, we were frozen. Gotta watch out. Sometimes you can get yourself frozen. It's very dangerous. Ooh, we are actually being glitched out. Let's fall back. So whenever somebody's shooting at you, like that, right there, or if they're hitting you with a lightsaber, you're gonna be flinched. And you do not want to be flinched. Flinching will be the death of you. Thank you, hero health pickup. Alright, we need to be really sneaky and really cheeky. That's how you want to play Palpatine. Palpatine doesn't have the biggest health bar. Oh, shit. Well, that's game over. Didn't last as long as I thought that they would. Alright, next match we're playing as a Stormtrooper. But yeah, generally with Palpatine you don't want to just go straight in like Rambo like we did. That can work. But it's not wise. And the Supreme Leader is wise. He's cheeky, he's breaky, and he's sneaky. He's like a slippery, slippery snake. He just circumvents the defense. Gets around their line of sight, sneaks up behind him, uses his weird little serpentine force jump through the air, and he takes him out. Looks like we don't have a Palpatine on our side. Yes, we do. He's just AFK. So far, we're clear. I'm hearing some blaster fire, but it's mostly coming from our side. Got eyes on Han Solo. Whoa! Sniped by 9-Nub with his rapid pulse cannon. Hey, we can become a shock trooper guard. Beautiful. Oh my god! That was a damn good shot. I can't even be mad. That was a damn good shot. Alright, let's see if we can fall up behind these guys and take some of them down. This just seems clear. Let's find a better vantage point. If you guys are wondering if you should buy the Season Pass, I've seen a few questions about that. I wouldn't buy the PC Season Pass necessarily unless you're fine with playing offline, because unfortunately the PC version of the game is still 100% broken. As far as, oh crap, as far as multiplayer is concerned. Good luck finding a match. Over a few hours, with like half an hour of solid trying, last night I tried to play the Bespin DLC on PC, and I couldn't find a single match playing the Bespin DLC. I just ran into the same 5 people trying to start a match, but couldn't because there weren't enough people online. So, I can't... What the hell? Where's this guy? I cannot recommend it. Oh, it was a trap. Oh, damn. I can't recommend it on PC. I can't recommend it on Xbox. I don't know how many people are playing, but there's plenty of people playing on PS4. Especially with the Death Star DLC coming out, so if you want it on PS4, there's really no reason not to get it. I have a feeling there's always going to be people playing on the PS4 version, but again, PC version, can't recommend it. Which is a damn shame, because I really do like this game. Okay, we gotta get out of here. That R5-D4 unit's really on my tail. Oh crap. Oh, Luke. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Damn it! Couldn't find any enemies. Until they found me. Currently, we're rolling with the E11 blaster rifle. And I got a bad feeling about this. Wait, I can see Luke. Really far away, though. Hello, Darth Vader. I thought I heard a lightsaber. It's a crying shame that we only have 2 lightsaber heroes in the game. We really should have had Ben Kenobi.
It is all over.
Damn.
Victory is lost.
Villains have been defeated. Heroes have won the round. I think I'm going to choose somebody other than Palpatine this time. Let's choose Greedo. It'll be fun. We don't often play as Greedo. I'm a little more inclined to be, like, I don't know, 9-Nub spirit animal than Greedo's spirit animal. I don't know. Greedo's... I'd like him to be my spirit animal, but grenades, they're dodgy. Turrets, however, pulse cannons, however, they are not dodgy. Regardless, we've got a Bioniip gas grenade until we can... Yeah, that's a gas grenade, alright, except that's not the Bioniip gas, that's Diaxis gas. We got a Diaxis gas grenade, the ability to sense enemies, and also a lock-on McCree ability. It's high noon. And hello, I know who you are. Nice! Luckily, 9-Nub missed his attack. Alright, we got a lot of hostiles out there. I think I'm gonna back off. We don't have a lot of health. Oh, thank you, Palpatine. I appreciate that. Alright, back to 100%. I'm actually gonna go another way. I'm gonna go away from my teammates. Sneak up behind the enemy. It's a trap! Taking a page out of Admiral Akbar's book. Somebody's shooting at me, so apparently I'm not being very stealthful right now. Alright, I see a few of them. And there's Luke. Got a decent shot on him. Some decent shots on Han Solo. Where did that shot come from? Alright, we got some other eyes on us aside from Han, and it's not looking good. Dax's gas grenade out. Beautiful. We actually have access to an impact grenade. Nice. So far, so go crap! Go crap! That is not good. No, that is not good. No, that is not good! Well, we were overwhelmed, and they mopped the floor with us. Luckily, all other heroes are dead except for 9-Nub. We have Palpatine and Lord Vader still alive. We gotta get to them before the enemy does. Oh man, Palpatine's got a lot of health. He's been on top of healing himself. He's been defeated. Villains win the round. Beautiful. The scales have been tipped out of the enemy's favor. And if we can keep this up, we'll definitely have a victory in our hands. I wonder if somebody dropped out. There's always a small possibility that he'll start as a hero instead of a stormtrooper. No, we're starting as a stormtrooper. That's okay. Alright, so the enemy team is basically the same lineup, and our team now has Boba Fett. Okay, let's see how we deal with this. Clear skies for now. Unfortunately, I just gave away our position. Seeing hostiles. Hello, Luke. Is he coming after me? Oh, he's coming after me. Oh, yep. No! Force push. Great. We got a little bit of damage, so that's not so bad. Shock Trooper, yes! Yes! Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get a ranged attack. So we've got this little thing called a homing rocket. Oh, crap. Well, we lost the high ground. Anyway, this homing rocket can be a bit tricky to use at times. But it's great against somebody like Han Solo. Nice! Oh, nice! That worked out beautifully. Beautiful 200 damage against Luke Skywalker. Unfortunately, we did kill ourselves, but we were going to die anyway. So it was really worth that 200 damage to just take a one for the team. Take a bullet for the team. And it's paying off. They've lost 9 now. They're probably close to losing Luke. And all of our heroes are doing great, aside from Palpatine. But he can regenerate health, so I'm not too worried. Thank you for that back to bomb. Eyes on Han Solo. Doing a bang-up job at dodging us. Alright, remember what I was saying before with my PlayStation controller having issues? I really am having issues. I can't stop firing when I want to stop firing. Sometimes I can, but most of the time I can't. My controller's trigger is sticking for some reason. PS4 controllers. I'll be shocked when there's one that works. Hell, it seems like most of you guys have controllers that do work. I should ship you mine, and then you ship me yours, and then I'll have a chance to finally experience one that works, and you guys will have a chance to finally experience one that doesn't. It'll be a win-win for all of us. Oh, that was a close one. Damn it! Thought I was killed by Han Solo, but I was killed by a dead man with a DLT-19. Whoa, whoa. That's dangerous. Palpatine just saved my butt, I feel. Did he? No, he didn't! Where'd that Twi'lek go? Oh my god. There's another one. There's a third one. Twi'lek isn't even dead yet, but we did get an assist. Round draw? Are you serious? Well, we just burned out some time. That's actually bad. If the enemy wins this coming round, that just means... I'm gonna go with Greedo again. If the enemy wins this coming around, that means that all the progress we have made is for nothing. It's for naught. We don't want them to tip the balance back to being balanced again. Luckily, we got a pretty good lineup. Almost exclusively... I just realized, when Death Star DLC comes out, we'll have the ability to play as exclusively bounty hunters. Wow. Because right now we just need Bosk, and then we'll have 4 bounty hunters that you can play as, and that is insane. Who knows what the Rogue One DLC will bring as far as heroes are concerned. I'm really hoping it's something different than another bounty hunter. I don't think that we have a lot of bounty hunters in Rogue One, so I'm crossing my fingers that we're not going to see another bounty hunter. Not that I don't like bounty hunters, because I do. It's just, There's a point where you want something different. And we haven't been getting something different. We've been getting bounty hunter after bounty hunter after bounty hunter.
I've got more toys, Solo.
Got some okay shots, nothing too great, unfortunately. However, Luke Skywalker is now dead. Sweets. We did not get the last shot, which is regrettable, but hey, what are you gonna do? Enemy down. Oh my god, Han Solo! Yeah. Yeah, my controller is going crazy, guys. I honestly don't know what to do here. I think it's my PlayStation, not my controller. Because sometimes it's just not reading my trigger pulls. It's either not reading my trigger pulls, or it's not reading that I let go of my trigger. One of those two things. Obviously, both are equally dangerous, both are equally frustrating. Which one is which is just up in the air. Unfortunately, Palpatine is down, which means we won't be able to heal ourselves up. Using his aid, we'll need to find health ourselves somewhere. But we're having a pretty smash-up time right now. Uh-oh. Oh no, oh no. Greedo just got gangbanged by a group of like 5 soldiers. Here's the scene of the crime. Luckily, they're basically reduced to dead bodies now. But we still have 9 of them to take out. Yes! Heroes that have been defeated. We've basically secured our victory. Now that we have a lead of 2 on the enemy, it's going to be far too difficult for them to catch up to us. How can I get better interconnection on a PS4? Well, you'll probably just have to get a better internet plan. However, there are certain settings that you can modify within your router or your modem to open up some of your different ports, so you'll have more of a stabilized connection with these different servers and with these different players on PS4. So that's what I would suggest looking into. I'd suggest looking into whatever type of modem / router you have, and opening up the ports for your PS4 on site. Massive, the heroes for the Rogue One DLC are Jyn Erso and director Orson Krennic. That's what I thought that they would be, but I wasn't sure if they were, like, confirmed yet. Who knows? They could just give us, like, a Death Trooper and an elite Rebel Trooper as the heroes. They could be like, you know what? Director Orson Krennic has a cape. And we've had capes in the past, but they're really difficult to animate, so we're gonna go with a new Stormtrooper and a new Rebel Soldier, and that's it. But in all seriousness, Director Orson Krennic should have bodyguards. He should have 2 Death Trooper bodyguards, because that's what the Death Troopers are. They are his personal private bodyguards. Holy crap, that was a really terrible spawn. We are dead. Let's do
Victory is at hand.
Too late.
All targets down.
Game over. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Alright, I'm gonna go as Greedo again, since we've had pretty good luck as him so far. Man, Darth Vader's been through so much. Chat's talking about how much he's been through. Think about it, though, seriously. He was a forced birth, didn't have a father. His mother was brutally raped and murdered. And he was taken away from her when he was really little. Granted, he wanted to go, but still, that's really tough pill to swallow. Coming back to your mother being raped and murdered. She was a slave. She was a damn slave. He worked his ass off for Watto, who was a piece of crap. And his mentor, I feel like Obi-Wan did truly love him, but obviously nobody really trusted him. Nobody really believed him, and then they all thought it was too late for him to be a true Jedi, and there were a lot of issues. There were a lot of issues, and it's really just too bad. Because after all that, after having his legs and limbs cut off by his former mentor, okay, he is put in this awful suit that Palpatine put through a lot of cost-cutting measures. I mean, Palpatine made this suit on the cheap. He made it as cheap as he could. And that sucks. In fact, he actually put some fail-safe measures built into Darth Vader's suit, which meant that basically Darth Vader was kept on a short leash. Palpatine didn't want Darth Vader getting too big for his britches. Palpatine wanted to be able to make Darth Vader endure excruciating amounts of pain whenever he willed it, whenever he wanted it. And that is just horrible. Thank you for the help, Palpatine. I really appreciate that, man. Grenade out! Come on, grenade. Thank you, grenade. All heroes have been defeated. Looks like we've attained ultimate victory. Nice. Well, that was a fun match. That wasn't bad at all. I'm going to go into a different match, however, instead of another heroes versus villains. Massive, when is the next live stream? I was about to answer that question before I actually asked the question that was asked. Ashley says, Massive, when is the next live stream? The next live stream is going to be tomorrow. And it's either going to be Titanfall 2 or Star Citizen. I'm not sure which one, though. Titanfall 2 is very limited. It's very finite in terms of how long the multiplayer tech test is going to be going on, so I have to figure out if tomorrow's the last day or not. It's supposed to be during weekends, so it's very possible that tomorrow is going to be the last day, in which case we are going to be streaming it tomorrow. But I also want to stream Star Citizen before the free fly week is up. We got a tough conundrum, but it's a nice problem to have. It's a really nice problem to have. It's a pleasant problem. Yeah, I should hide under the platforms more. Hiding is something that's like severely understated in Star Wars Battlefront. A lot of people forget that this isn't Rainbow Six Siege, but you can play it like it is. Take a little bit of time to find a game with our party. I may refresh the party, give a chance for some new people to join in, or we could find a game in a few seconds. Let's see if we find one. We're currently joining a game that has no enemies. Got a full team of Rebellion soldiers, but no Imperials. What it should do is it should just split us right down the middle. Put half on one team, half on the other, 4v4. I'm really excited that a lot of you guys like Star Citizen as much as you do. That's so cool to me. You guys don't even know how cool that is to me. Star Citizen, it's going to be one hell of a game. It really is. The developers are super passionate about what they're doing. Regardless, it's space. I like space. I've always been fascinated by space. And this is shaping up to be beautiful. It's a little bit Star Wars, it's a little bit Star Trek, it's a little bit Mass Effect. It's a good mix. And not only that, but it is an MMO, which means we'll be able to play with each other once the game is fully released. And the ships look awesome. The graphics are incredible. So, I'm really happy that you guys like Star Citizen, because I enjoy streaming Star Citizen, and obviously I don't stream games that you guys don't want to see, because that's not how it works. But since you guys really like Star Citizen, that's perfect, because honestly I was planning on streaming that game whether you like it or whether you don't. But seriously though, thank you guys, appreciate it. Playing games on stream is a lot of fun for me. And being able to play the games that I enjoy on stream and having you guys enjoy it too, that's icing on the cake. That's a delicious cake with some damn good icing. Alright. Imperial forces are going to be on top of us any second now. Let's be ready for them. You know what? I'm going to go into first person for a little bit. Which we normally don't do, so I'm actually kind of interested to see how we do. Oh! Enemy spotted. I'm going to try to stay out of zooming. Oh, damn! My girlfriend and I have a little game that we play. When we're playing survival missions. Oh, honor guard. When we're playing survival missions in Star Wars Battlefront, we can't go into third person. We just have to stay in first person. And we can't aim down the sights like this either, because obviously when you aim down the sights in first person, you're not aiming down the sights so much as you're being transported into a screen that just has a crosshair. And that's not very immersive. So we're going to try to keep it as immersive as we possibly can. And it gets kind of tricky. Third person is a huge advantage over first person. but at the same time, that's also really fun. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Well, we basically wasted our life. Oh, my God! Alright, I did not do that. I did not kill myself. Well, that's a damn shame. I almost killed us because I just walked up to those Imperial soldiers, but I did not press that trigger.
Maintain focus.
So, oh crap. I've always had problems with this controller. I've always had problems with my PlayStation, but now the problems are getting out of hand. Whenever I stream on the PS4, I've got issues. I've got issues with my capture card. I've got issues with my PlayStation. I've got issues with my controller. It is insane. Now, all of a sudden, my controller is starting to fire when I'm not actually pulling the trigger. Now, my controller is not ceasing fire when I cease fire. I can stop pulling the trigger, and the controller's gonna act like I'm still pulling it. It's ludicrous, and it's very annoying. It's like there's some sort of a poltergeist just tippy-tapping my triggers when I'm least expecting it, hiding under my desk. That'd actually be horrifying. If there was an M. Night Shyamalan situation where all of a sudden I started seeing dead people and I saw that there was some sort of a poltergeist, some bloody apparition sitting underneath my desk, pushing his bony finger on my PlayStation 4 trigger, I would crap my pants. As anybody should, because that is horrifying. I don't even know what's going on with that. What is that? Nice! Nice! Did you see that kill? We almost got Greedo. If we got Greedo, that would have been perfection. Unfortunately, we didn't. So Jedi John, spelled J-H-O-N, just said that Obi-Wan is crap in Episode 4. Yo, I don't know if you're just trying to make me mad or what, but that is absolutely ludicrous. I will not stand. I will be damned before somebody says that Alec Guinness was crap in Episode 4. Alec Guinness made Episode 4. Alec Guinness was fantastic! Alec Guinness gave us our Obi-Wan Kenobi. Without Alec Guinness, who knows what Ewan McGregor would have done. Not that I don't trust Ewan, because I do, but Alec Guinness was my shit in Episode 4. He was so damn good, I'm not gonna stand here while people say he wasn't. That's insane. Nice! Nice! Ah! Kill streak stopped. I haven't seen Suicide Squad yet. I'm slacking. I haven't seen Suicide Squad. Jesus. I'd say Squad, guys, a dance party. Now that I got my stroke out of the way, I've been slacking. I haven't seen Suicide Squad, I haven't seen Sausage Party, and there's another movie in theaters that I wanted to see in theaters. I think it was Bourne. I haven't seen Bourne. And there's even more films that are being released that I need to see in theaters. Yet, have I been to theaters? No. No, I haven't. But I'm gonna level with you guys on some activities that I did when I was a kid, and they weren't right, and I do not recommend anybody doing that because it is actually illegal. But as a kid, during the summer matinees, you could pay like $1 if you prove that you had a library card. You could pay like $1, literally $1, to get in the theater and watch some older movie from a few years ago, right? Some of the old prints that they had still in storage. Anyway, what I would do is I would study the times for all the different movies that were releasing, and I would go pay to see the dollar matinee, and I would sneak out of the theater, and I would theater hop. That's what it's called. It's called theater hopping. When you go to another movie, other than the one that you paid for, and I would just spend the entire day at the movie theater hopping from one theater to the other because I had everything timed out from the get-go. Before I even got there, I had all the times written down when I would need to leave one to go into the other. Man, that brings back some memories. My point is, don't do illegal stuff like that, but also, something that I feel like would really clean up the movie theaters would be some sort of a one-time flat fee for seeing as many movies as you want in a month. I would buy that. I would use that. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. My trigger's going wonky again. Ah! Damn it. I was firing at that other shock trooper when I wasn't meaning to. I gotta fix this controller issue. Problem is, I don't know how. Alright, we gotta start this shipment. We have 8 minutes and 48 seconds to start this shipment. This is gonna be one hell of a time doing so. Thermal imploder out. Come on, baby. Come on! I should have used it against Darth Vader, who we may have just gotten a shot off on, I'm not sure. Beautiful. Whoa! Crap. So I'm thinking about taking a picture of this and tweeting it out, but my PlayStation is literally less than 2 feet away. It's less than 2 feet away from my controller. It's almost, like on the level with my controller. Yet, oh crap! Yet, it goes out of sync! It can't tell what I'm doing with my triggers. I'm sorry to keep going back to this, but it just makes me so mad. You spend 70, 80 bucks on a brand new controller that's broken out of the box, doesn't even work. PlayStation 4 can't even do something as simple as syncing to its controller. It can't even do that well. Okay, I need to start focusing because I'm just wasting our lives here. We've got 7 minutes and 40 seconds to do this thing. It's so close. If we activate it for 2 seconds, we would have won the game already. So, yeah, let's actually work on doing this right. Christian Grey XXL. My God. Is that a 50 Shades of Grey reference as a game tag? You gotta be kidding me. That is insane. I just saw 50 Shades of Grey reference as a gamer tag for the first time ever. And it scares me. That's horrifying.
This place is crawling with hostiles. They're in control of the
I'm actually shocked that the 50 Shades of Grey movie didn't do well. I was expecting that we'd see a lot of sequels. Damn. I gotta back off. Take a little too much heat out here. Oh crap, my grenade bounced because my teammate hit my shoulder and I couldn't keep moving. It's chaos out here!
Let the Imperial stop the ship.
I can't even see what's going on. My goodness. Nice one. Alright, we've got him moving again. It looks like this is victory. Game over. Checkpoint has been reached. Good match. Damn good match. That was fun. The Empire has fallen. The Imperials have delayed their attack on Tatooine. They have evacuated the planet, and rebel forces have won this battle. Good job out there, soldiers. So close to leveling up. Oh, man. So ridiculously close. I'm curious what kind of skins we're going to be getting in the Death Star DLC. I'm assuming we're going to get... You know what? I know what we're going to get. We are going to be getting our first Imperial skins that are not Stormtrooper armor. It's going to be Death Star personnel. It's going to be the regular old Imperial soldiers that are not Stormtroopers. So, be prepared to see an entire army of people that aren't Stormtroopers. I'm not sure how I feel about skins in this game, honestly. I hope that the S Battlefront, which is the sequel trilogy Battlefront, I'm hoping the S Battlefront does not allow you to take off your helmet if you're playing as a Stormtrooper. Because they made such a big deal out of that in the movie. It would almost be funny if you could. You know what they're probably going to do? They're probably going to have some emote or some dialogue that happens with Captain Phasma and a Stormtrooper that doesn't have their helmet on. And she's like, "Who gave you permission to remove that helmet?" That's my Phasma impression, by the way. My name's Captain Phasma, and I'm a hot-ass Stormtrooper sergeant. I don't take no shit, and I don't give any shit. My Stormtroopers wear helmets, and that's just about it. I like my Stormtroopers, they're good soldiers. In fact, I only have one Stormtrooper that I have a bit of a beef with, and that is FN2187. He had one first offense, but I don't take to first offenses lightly. You have one offense and you're out. This isn't baseball, this is the Imperial Empire. This is the First Order. You have one strike, you're out of my command. And that's it, that's all there is to it. Could you imagine if Captain Phasma talked like that? Like one of those Imperial fat cats on the Death Star. I don't know if you guys remember, but in New Hope, they're actually in the first 3 Star Wars movies, we had a lot of old Imperial officials, contrary to the First Order, which we have a lot of young officials like General Hux. But back in A New Hope, it was all like, Your ancient religion is going to tear this base to the ground, Darth Vader, with your hokey lightsaber and your old ways of religion and the Force and what have you. Get off my lawn. While you're at it, get off this Imperial Star Destroyer, this weapon of immense might and will. Go play catch with your son. Go play catch with those lightsabers. Maybe you'll cut each other's hands off again. Your family's squabbles are killing this empire. You're tearing us apart, Lisa! I'm gonna get my phone. I'll be right back. I don't even know where my phone... Here it is. Here it is. Once again, YouTube family, thank you for joining us for yet again another recurrence in our adventures to Star Wars Battlefront. We're gonna have another live stream starting tomorrow. It's either gonna be Star Citizen or Titanfall, and I hope you guys join me for either stream, because either stream will be fantastic. And if you haven't seen Titanfall 2 yet, check out our live stream that we did yesterday. If you haven't seen the Star Wars Rogue One anthology film trailer breakdown that we made on the latest trailer, please check that out as well. Regardless, if you guys are new to the Massive family, if you've enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more Star Wars Battlefront, for more Star Wars live streams in general, and more gaming in general. But, as always, the end of the live stream, this is when we do shoutouts. So, everybody that has just subscribed today, or in the last few days, or the last week, I want you to let me know, okay? I want you to say that you are new to the Massive family, because I want to welcome you to the Massive family. Now, I can't shout out everybody. That's impossible. That would take a while. We need to do a shout out only live stream at some point. Regardless, I'm going to be shouting out as many guys as I can and welcoming as many of you guys to the Massive family as possible. But once again, I love you guys. Not to get all corny, but you guys are awesome. Seriously, we have so many games. I'm just going to do a little gush update on channel and gaming stuff right now. Alright, it's gush time. Battlefield 1. Okay, the open beta is coming soon. We're going to be playing Battlefield 1 subscribers. We're going to have subscriber war games of the greatest war, the greatest story ever told. And of course, no war is great. It's a horrible thing. But I'm going to have a lot of fun playing that game. Battlefield 1's coming out soon. Titanfall 2's coming out soon. Death Star DLC. Rogue One DLC. The Rogue One movie is coming out at the end of this year. We've got new virtual reality games coming. We got new Star Wars games coming. Mass Effect Andromeda. Star Citizen 2.5. Star Citizen 3.0 is going to have planetary landings. I'm busted, guys. I'm busted. There's so many exciting things happening. Superman game. There's possibly going to be a Superman game from Rocksteady Studios, the creators of the Batman Arkham Knight games. That would be super duper hype. We've got Injustice 2 being released. And I am forgetting so many games. I can't even think of what other games we got. Oh my god. We got more No Man's Sky streams. We're going to be reaching that center of the universe. Anyway, I'm going to start doing the shoutouts now. But if you guys are new to the Massive family, if you just joined the last week or so, please let me know. I'm going to try to do as many shoutouts as I can. I'm going to try to miss as few people as possible, but let's get this started. 2 minutes of shoutouts starting now. Shout out to Adam White. Shout out to Danny Blair. Shout out to Olivia Stretz. Can you do a first-person live stream in Star Wars Battlefront? You got it. I'm going to do some more first-person Star Wars in the future Battlefront live streams. I like that kitty cat avatar. Shout out to Julian Rios. Shout out to Zachary Barkman. Shout out to Thugston Swagburn, who joined our Massive family about 2 weeks ago. Welcome, Thugston. Shout out to Drago Games 11. Shout out to Awesome Matter. Shout out to Michael Patterson. Shout out to Mindmaster 4744. Shout out to Apex Predator. Shout out to James Guswell. Shout out to Robin Borg, Elite Gaming 101. Shout out to Jabba, who's new to the Massive family. We also got another new Massive family member. Shout out to Ramesh C. Scott. Great Scott! Welcome to the Massive family, man. Shout out to Albert Anderson. Shout out to Darth Vader. Shout out to Carlo. Shout out to Rocky Fernando. Shout out to Grace Bean 2. Shout out to Portal Vortex, who is new-ish to the Massive family. Shout out to Levin Kubu Lava. Wubba lubba dub dub. Shout out to you, Levin. Shout out to Fluffy Unicorn. Shout out to the Cute Worm. Shout out to Star Wars Battlefront Gaming Dog. Shout out to Brandon Jones. Shout out to Cutie Connection. Shout out to Mad Star Gazer. Shout out to Cools80. Shout out to John Lawson. Shout out to Big Mike. Shout out to Albert Anderson. Shout out to John. Shout out to Emily Lloyd. Shout out to... honestly, I don't know how to pronounce this. Shout out to Kunal Fazalban. I hope I pronounced that name correctly, man. Shout out to Ben Wylet, who's also new to the Massive family. Shout out to Doom Slayer. Shout out to Jedi Dawn. Shout out to Jack Harker. Shout out to that guy. Shout out to Decon Blues. Shout out to Jacob Stanford. Shout out to Inflated Baton, who's also new to the Massive family. I feel like an inflated baton wouldn't hurt nearly as much as a regular one. Shout out to a Savage King. Shout out to Wrecking Gamer 6. Shout out to Chadman Croft. Shout out to Dark Side Samurai. Shout out to Thesis Anthony, who is new to the Massive family. Shout out to Zubin Goo. Shout out to Tristan Valds. Shout out to Reckling Gamer 6. Shout out to Anubis Kepler. Shout out to Sam Jones. Shout out to Alex Doyle. Shout out to There See You. Shout out to Alex Feta. Shout out to Ben Whaley. Shout out to Sport Bros. Kylo Wynn. Shout out to Jacob Sanford. No Skiller. Dr. Emmett Brown. I like that name. That's a good reference. Shout out to Harrison MM. Shout out to Lego Brick Studio. Shout out to Shirley Franklin. Shout out to Anita. Shout out to Lord of Minecraft. Shout out to Abraham Morrison. Shout out to Most Chaos. Shout out to Caleb White. Shout out to Adam White. Shout out to Ryan Baker. Shout out to WBT. And shout out to Clay Neon, shout out to The Kid, shout out to Sam Jones, shout out to Julian Ross, Robert McKizzle, shout out to Stomping Nug, shout out to Ty's channel, shout out to Ashley, shout out to Arc Trooper, shout out to Sammy O, Lego Brick Studios, and shout out to the Beelzebub, who is new! That was your shout out, Mr. Beelzebub. Also shout out to Red Menzelus, Zubin Goo, and shout out to Tina Orange. And shout out to Vlogs by Matt. Shout out to Michael Elliott. Shout out to Oliver. Shout out to Ben Stein. And that is the 2-minute timer. Once again, YouTube family, thank you for joining me for the live stream of Star Wars Battlefront Death Star DLC news breakdown. We've talked about a lot of news over the past couple of weeks of Star Wars. And there's been a lot of news. A ton of news, in fact. So if you guys weren't able to join this live stream from the beginning, you probably missed a little bit of it, but that's okay. There is a rewind feature. Regardless, I hope you guys are able to join me for tomorrow's live stream. And once again, I'd like to thank the Massive family members that have been playing with us inside of our community. In fact, let me go to that right now. Thank you to everybody that's been playing in Battlefront with me, with this live stream in our party. And thank you guys that have been hanging out with us, discussing Star Wars stuff, shooting the breeze, and just making my Saturday great. Thank you guys in the chat room for joining me for this live stream. I appreciate it, and I have fun. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. And until next time, game massively, and may the Force be with you, always. Take care, fam. You hear my keyboard? Tippity tippity type type. Well, if you're curious of what I'm tippity tippity type typing, that's my password. You hear that? You know what it is? I'm just kidding. That's not my password. I'm actually just sending out a link to our Darth Vader trailer breakdown if you guys want to check that out. May the Force be with you. Always. Take care, fam.